Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is January the 8th, Wednesday 2025. I wanted to come here and share this story with you guys. I want to first though apologize if you hear the noise of my heater. It is a very cold night, okay? Rightfully so, it's January, right? Right here in Connecticut. And I do also want to say sending out prayers to everybody who is affected right now by the fires in California. It is very, I'm over here on the East Coast and I'm looking at the footage coming from California. It's very hard to watch. People losing their houses and how this fire is just taking over, okay? So I've been praying for you guys. I just wanted to say that. And everybody affected by this, okay? I also want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been watching on YouTube and subscribing. Really means a lot to me, you guys. Also to everybody who's listening to this podcast on Spotify. Please don't forget to join me on the subscription. And I have been selected up to 70 episodes to be under the subscription. Right now, I will be adding more. You guys, it really helps me as a creator. So you can click on the details to see how much it is that you'll be able to pay in order to listen to all the episodes freely, right? But today I'm gonna tell you guys about this case that it was breaking news this afternoon. A tech company, his name is OpenAI. Let me just tell you exactly what it is. OpenAI chief Sam Altman has been sued by his own sister. Okay, so this is the chief of OpenAI. We know that these tech companies are huge right now, right? Technology is very big right now. There's a lot of people investing money on technology. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out in the near future. And now the chief of OpenAI, Sam Altman, has been sued by his own sister because of abuse that happened when they were younger, okay? Let me just tell you guys, there's something going on already in this year, in case you haven't noticed. To be honest, let's trace back to last week, right? Last week. On December 31st, I was out walking on Main Street here in Connecticut, and I remember noticing something that I was like, it's a beautiful night, right? It's very cold, but it wasn't snowing, it wasn't rainy, and you could see the stars in the skies. It was just perfect. But the town where I live, it was very quiet. It was like around 9 p.m. It was New Year's Eve. I expected more people, more busy restaurants and things like that. But then again, it's not really New York City. It was very quiet. By the time I got home, and I was doing, I think I was doing a podcast or something. I was in my computer. Out of nowhere, I'm like, what is that noise? I look at the window and the rain. It was just so surprising for me to see the rain. And not only that, if you live in the East Coast around, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, all this tri-state area, I guess you can say, you could hear the thundering that happened, right? I think people watching the ball drop in New York City could notice, right? If you were watching from home, you noticed that it was raining at some point. The thundering that we got that day was the thundering almost like it made you shake, right? I was here and I was like, okay, wow. It was unexpected, right? Like I said, a few hours ago, I was just walking outside. It was perfect evening. I'm not saying that rain doesn't make it perfect, nothing like that, but it was very perfect. It was very not too cold either. It was just it was very nice. And then this rain and the thunder was like the thunder that makes you shaking, almost stop what you're doing, just face it, okay? Because you couldn't do anything. You like I don't know. I got so nervous, and not that I was fearing, but it's almost like I felt as though it was some type of message from the Lord. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people could relate to that. It was a thundering that I haven't heard in a while around this area, right? And we know what the Bible says. The voice of God sounds like thunder. And when you hear thunder in that capacity, it makes you stop. It makes you shake. You cannot. Thunder will never go unnoticed. That's what the voice of the Lord is. It makes you stop in your tracks and stop everything that you're doing. And basically seek cover, because it's like the fear of the Lord manifested. I'm just saying this. It's the fear of the Lord just manifesting. You're like, okay, I'm this mortal on this earth, right? And I remember that, and I was like, is this some type of sign of what 2025 is going to be, right? But as Christ believing people, it's almost like it's this fear of the Lord that there is a reverence, but you know that you're covered by the blood of Jesus Christ, right? So that no matter what comes, you still, it's like you have this reverence of the Lord, but it's almost like the judgment is not really gonna, you know, it's like it's almost like this justice that you feel that is coming for the people of the Lord, right? For the people of God, the people who have been praying and fasting and getting closer to the Lord. And that's what I felt. And the reason that I'm saying all of this, before I share to you why the chief of OpenAI is being sued right now by his own sister, is that everything that's done in the dark will come to light, even if it took years for it, because even if it took years for it to be exposed. A lot of the times, people, when they do bad things, right, they think it's almost like a bad credit report. You're like, you wait 7 years and it's going to be clear out of your credit. Yeah, that might happen when it comes to financial things like that. But when it comes to things that you do in the dark in an evil way, like God is gonna shake it up and He's gonna expose it. And why do I say that often? It's because it's in the Bible. Okay, whatever is done in the dark will come to light, and that's why you have to be paying attention. People never get away with doing things that are evil, not in front of the Lord, right? And who can hide from the Lord, right? So this is why you have to pay attention. Don't ever try to expose anybody, because people expose their own self. And I think I came a couple months ago when the whole P. Diddy thing was coming out. I was saying how important it is to respect people who are survivors of abuse that happened years ago, because it could take years for somebody to say, oh, wow, that was really abuse. Because a lot of the times, a lot of this abuse that you hear from when women are already adults happen at an age when they were so young, they don't even know what was going on, right? They don't even know that this person was grooming you. They didn't even know what that was. Oh yeah, the cousins, we'll just stay together after school with no parent supervision, no adult supervision whatsoever. But it's like then it's almost like this memory that keeps haunting you, and you're like, wait, did that actually happen, right? And then years pass by, and you're like, wait, why do I have these feelings? Why is this going through my mind? And then you trace it back, right? And if you have this relationship with Jesus Christ, with the Lord and Savior, you ask God to reveal to you, because He said, knocking you should receive, asking He will be given to you, and your Father wants you healed, right? So if you ask for it, and if you're ready to receive, He's gonna tell you what happened. Exactly, maybe at that age you didn't know what was going on. And this is why you have to be so careful when people take years to kind of come out and say, yeah, this happened to me when I was 7 or something, right? And this is the case that's happening here. So let me read to you briefly. I do apologize for the long introduction. It's already been like 9 minutes, but let me read to you briefly what's going on. OpenAI chief Sam Altman, he's denying abusing his sister after she sues him. I do apologize if you hear any noise, but it says here, the sister of billionaire, so he's a billionaire, right? The sister of billionaire OpenAI chief executive Sam Altman filed a lawsuit accusing him of abusing her between 1997 and 2006, prompting him and another family member to deny her claims. In a complaint filed on Monday in St. Louis federal court, Ann Altman said the abuse occurred at the family home in Clayton, Missouri, beginning when she was 3 and her brother was 12. You have to check on your kids. Oh my gosh. You have to check on your kids, especially when there's a huge age gap. Okay, these movies that are being produced right now, and people, younger kids, they come with curiosity. I mean, every kid, right? But when it comes to this age gap, 12 and 3 years old, don't let them. Oh yeah, they've been playing in the room for 3 hours. They're fine. I don't hear this. I hear them laughing or something. You as a parent have the responsibility to check on them, right? So she was 3, he was 12. Okay. Now she's 30 years old. Her name is Anne. She said the abuse included numerous acts of many things that I'm not gonna repeat here, but it's a lot of molestation and things like that, right? And she was 11 and 12 years old. She's seeking at least 75,000 of damages plus punitive damages for alleged injuries including post-traumatic stress disorder, severe emotional distress, mental anguish, and depression. And he said, he's 39, okay? He said, all these claims are utterly untrue. He said in a post with his mother on Twitter. They also call it incredibly difficult to care for Anne Altman, also known as Annie, who they say refuses conventional treatment for mental health challenges. And this is what he said with his mom, right? It's very interesting that he comes out talking with his mom, right? I'm just saying this is all they say alleged because the full investigation hasn't been done yet. It's just a lawsuit, but it's interesting how he's coming out with his mom to speak and she's coming out by herself, right? They say that, quote unquote, our family loves Annie and is very concerned about her well-being. Annie received monthly financial support, which we expect to continue for the rest of her life. Despite this, Annie continues to demand more money from us. Lawyers from Anne did not immediately respond to the request for comment regarding the lawsuit. Sam Altman co-founded OpenAI along with Elon Musk and others and became one of technology's world's biggest name after the 2022 launch of the AI ChatGPT. Okay, so she's dealing. Apparently, the family is saying that she has dealt with mental health for a long time. I'm just gonna say this is just my opinion, everybody. This needs to be investigated because that's a big age gap, right? When 12 and a 3-year-old, one thing is to and this is the thing, your parents know you, right? If you go in a home that your mom was always there, right? Like she didn't have to go to work all the time and there was like a different babysitter every other day. Your parents know who you are, and like as a parent, you look at children's behavior, you look how they operate, right? And love can never take away knowledge, right? And if she's saying that she was abused by all of this, and now she's being looked at like, oh yeah, she always struggled with mental health. She's the crazy one, right? It's so sad. And if any of this is true, I really hope that she gets the justice she deserves, right? A lot of the times people use money to silence you and to like kind of like you're not gonna say anything, right? Because I just gave you I just gave you a lot of money. I give you more money monthly, right? And that's why you have to be so careful because now, if this actually was true, I don't know, right? She just filed this lawsuit. Now she's like the one that always needs that needs support, financial support, dealing with a lot of stuff, right? Basically the one that's damaged by all of this, right? And he's like supporting her and giving her money monthly. And now she's looked at like, oh yeah, she always have mental health challenges. That's why she always needs, money. And we pay her like money and we're going to do it for the rest of her life, right? There's a reason for that. And I think it's very telling, this is just my opinion, very telling that the mother and him came out and spoke about it, right? You always want to, this is just my opinion, guys. There's the reason that I keep saying that because it's always so easy to, when people are guilty, they always want to come with like a group. Like I was saying about the other case that's been trending lately, the Blake and Baldoni case. Um, People always want to gather, like they always want to gather by people behind their back and be like, I have all these people supporting me. What are you talking about, right? So the truth will always come out, and what's done in the dark will always come to light. Let me know, guys, what you think about this. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for listening in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.